All right, everyone. So WWE was frustrated with Fox, according to a new report, over censorship of the show. So we're going to read you this article from TGR Wrestling. There was some frustration with the WWE about how Fox chose to edit parts of SmackDown this week. It was a vocal crowd in New York City for WWE SmackDown on Friday night at Madison Square Garden. The vocal crowd also led to multiple moments in the broadcast where fans watching on Fox in the USA saw a black screen appear rather than the actual show. There was a black screen incident when Nia Jax walked on to ringside during the Tiffany Stratton Jade Cargill Candice LeRae match. Jax was there to support her friend Stratton. For fans watching in the US, they saw a black screen for several seconds. That's because a young fan on Jax's right was giving her a middle finger gesture, which Fox decided to censor. So we're going to keep going down now for the other one. So later in the show, the black screen censors were out again because when Tyrese Halliburton of the NBA's Indiana Pacers appeared on screen, he was greeted with "Fuck the Pacers" chants from the crowd that was full of New York Knicks fans. The WWE SmackDown deal expires at the end of September, end of September 2024, meaning there are just about 3 months left in the deal. The 5-year deal started in October of 2019. Starting in October 2024, SmackDown will be moving to USA Network in the USA, while a lot of other countries will get SmackDown and Netflix to start 2025. I should note for myself here in Canada, I never saw the black screen once because I watched on Sportsnet, and then they cited a long-time WWE wrestler who was not on SmackDown. He sent this message to Fightful about being frustrated. It's a chore to watch sometimes. I understand censoring "Fuck the Pacers," but it feels like every segment is edited and it makes us look like it's and it makes it look us look like it's our production. So there's some frustration, and Triple H spoke about this about going to Netflix. They're not going to have to deal with this, which is going to be a plus. Now, clearly, Raw is going to be on Netflix, but this will be on USA Today or USA Network. So we'll see how that works out. I just don't fully understand, and maybe this is me, but I just do not fully understand why this is the case. I do understand, the Pacers chant because certainly depending on what you're rating the show and there's advertisers and you got to juggle all these things and I get that. It just seems like this stuff is so stupid. Like, okay, so there's a kid flipping off Nia Jax. How many people are going to actually notice this that are, that shouldn't be seeing that? Like, how many kids are going to be like, was that guy flipped off? Like, it just seems ridiculous. And it is true I've noticed it more now than I ever have watching wrestling ever since they've kind of taken this like a little bit less of a PG turn as we've seen. It's infuriating. You don't even know what to do with it. It's just so upsetting, and I'm glad that Raw will be on Netflix because people just want to watch wrestling. It's like I understand there's advertisers, and I'm sure there's certain laws about if you rate something this way, you can only show this. But if that's the case, you got to change the rating then because fans, if fans are watching the show, they want to be able to see this. And once again, sometimes I can understand the crowd chants because that's very unpredictable, right? The crowd chants, it's very unpredictable, and there's no real way to control something like that. But when you have a wrestler or something he's saying in the ring, it's like even when they edit it out, it's like you kind of know what the guy's saying anyway. So did you really do anything? Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm happy that certainly people are speaking out about it. I'm happy WWE is kind of making a public gesture about, hey, we're taking it to Netflix Raw and we're not going to get censored there. I think that's all good stuff. The more WWE kind of leans into that, leans into finding places where they could just be themselves without having to have everything constantly, censored, I think is a better for the product. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you